Hey guys, today it's time for me to share my project pan refresh for the last quarter of 2023. Can you guys believe we only have 3 more months left of this year? I guess I need to start thinking about Vlogmas. That kind of snuck up on me. So I'm going to be introducing the products that I want to try and either use up or just make progress on for the rest of the year. And I'm also going to be sharing a wrap up of my quarter 3 project pan items. I have to say, I haven't been feeling super excited to pan makeup recently. So for my last quarter roundup of products, I ended up choosing a mix of both makeup and skincare just to switch things up a little bit and keep me from getting bored. So you'll definitely notice that a lot of the products from my quarter 3 project don't have a ton of progress. Some of these I just wasn't really feeling like reaching for, so I never want to force myself to use my project pan items. I think that just takes all the fun out of makeup, so I have really just been using the products when I feel like it. Some of them I've made a really good bit of progress on, and others there's like hardly any progress, but I did hit a new pan that I'm really excited to share. So let's get into my wrap up of Q3, and I'll let you know which of these products I'm going to be rolling over into the quarter 4 project as well. I have been working on using up the e.l.f. Jellypop Dew primer. I said to my patrons recently that I was kind of doubting whether I would be able to finish this by the end of the year or not, but now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, there is like hardly anything in there. So I don't know when we turned that corner, but I am going to keep this in for the rest of the year and try to just finish it off by the end of 2023. I definitely think I can do that. This is where we are. Like I said, I haven't been marking my progress on here. I just like the clear packaging as it is, and I didn't want to, you know, put marks all over it. So this is what it looks like now, and we really just have about this much left. This is a really satisfying product to use up because I've seen other people pan these as well. I think I've seen Christina Chang and Too Much Tosh both have panned this product, and it's basically one of those pump squeeze tubes where you don't have to cut it open. It basically just squeezes everything out as you go, and it's really satisfying to see them completely used up. So I'm excited to get to that point with mine. This summer I also rolled the Soul Body Bronzing Balm into my project. I have this in the shade Fair. My goal was just to see how much progress I could make by the end of quarter 3. I didn't necessarily think I was going to hit pan on this, and I didn't, but I definitely deepened that dip quite a bit in the last couple of months that this has been in the project. I'm really happy to have made some progress on this and just get some use out of it because this is one of my favorite cream bronzers. But this is one of the warmer bronzers in my collection. I really tend to wear warm bronzers more just in the warmer months. So I am going to go ahead and put this back in my collection, take a little break from it. But I had a lot of fun using this. This is such a huge cream bronzer, so I think it will take a while to hit pan, but maybe next year, like next summer, I think that would be realistic to hit pan next year. Okay, I don't know what my problem is with this Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Blush. I think I'm just not going to put blushes in my project pan for a little while because I have just not been wanting to reach for this, even though it is one of my favorite blushes. I think just having it in my project pan, I like feel pressure to use it, and it makes me less excited to use it. So I'm going to take this out. I only used it a couple of times. I've been working on this all year, but it seems like every month I come back and I'm like, I barely made any progress. I only, you know, I don't know if it makes sense for me to put blushes in my project pan. I really would like to hit pan on this blush, but maybe that'll just have to happen organically. As you can see, like I've had this pretty solid dip going on in here. I do feel like it's, you know, it gets a little bit deeper every month. So not a whole lot of progress to show on this one. I am going to go ahead and take a break from panning this. I'll put it back in my collection. I'm just going to take a break from panning blushes for the foreseeable future. One product that I still haven't hit pan on this, but I am so determined to hit pan on this Aether Beauty highlighter by the end of this year, because I've had this for 3 years now. I think it's my oldest highlighter. It's also one of my favorite highlighters, and I would just be so happy to hit pan on this. So I am going to keep working on this throughout the year. I feel like every time, you know, the dip gets just a little bit deeper. I am wearing this on my cheeks today, but I also am wearing it as an inner corner highlight, and this makes the most stunning inner corner highlight, or really just eyeshadow in general. I would really like to start using this as eyeshadow more often because I think that'll allow me to see more progress. I definitely think it'll probably take me until the very end of the year to hit pan on this if I do, but I'm not mad about that because I've been loving using this highlighter. I've been working on it in my project pan for months, and I'm still not tired of using it. So I will happily keep this in the project for another month, and then if I still feel the same way about it in another month, I'll keep it in. and hopefully I can have a pan in this highlighter at some point soon. I've still been using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade just about every time I do my makeup, which I would say is probably about 3 to 4 days a week recently. This looks like the letter C. I hit side pan on this last month, so I have been focusing my brush mainly on this side, just so that I can see some visual progress as we go. But I am so determined to finish this pomade. I know it's not going to happen this year, but I'm thinking maybe next year I could finish this, so I'm going to keep going with it. I am going to keep this in the project for the rest of the year, unless it goes bad before then, or unless I just get sick of it before then. But I'm gonna keep trucking along with this one. I was not expecting to hit pan on this next product anytime soon. So last month I introduced a new eyeshadow, and it is the MakeupGeek Single Shadow in the shade Grandstand. Such a throwback product. I didn't think I was anywhere near hitting pan on this. In fact, I only used it maybe 2 or 3 times in the last month, one of those times being today. And today, as I was using it, this happened. So we have just a little tiny pan in there, but I am so happy because this is the oldest product I own. I have had this since 2018 and it's still going strong. It still performs really well. I'm wearing it today along with the Nomad Ghost Town palette, which I have not been able to stop using lately, but this went really well with it. That's the main shade that's on my lid. I did top it with a slightly lighter shimmer as well from the Nomad palette. So with this eyeshadow, my goal was just to hit pan, and now I am ready to roll it out. But I feel really accomplished to have finally hit pan in the oldest product that I own. I am sorry to report that another month went by and I still have not used the Revolution eyeliner in Sky Blue. This is on the verge of drying out completely. In fact, I mean, it's kind of looking pretty flaky already when I open it up. So I think I'm just going to declutter this and learn my lesson, which is that I don't need to buy colorful liquid eyeliners like this because I just don't end up using them nearly often enough to ever finish them. And I have so many eyeshadows that I can easily turn into a liquid liner just with a setting spray. So yeah, this has got to go, especially because I don't think I would use this color for the rest of the year. It's not really the type of color that I wear in the fall and winter. So realistically, I probably shouldn't be using such a crusty old eyeliner on my eyes anymore anyway. So goodbye Revolution eyeliner. I would say I will miss you, but I frankly won't. However, I did make a little bit of progress on the Covergirl Exhibitionist 24-hour kohl eyeliner pencil in black. I did sharpen this another time this month, but I still feel good. I feel like I used it more than I would have if it wasn't in my project pan. I do want to keep this in the project probably for the rest of the year. I would love to finish this by the end of the year, and I do think that in the fall and as we get into the holiday season, I'm definitely more inclined to wear black eyeliner more often because I'm leaning into more glam and sultry looks this time of year. So I'm thinking that I'll probably start to see faster progress on this as we go, especially since I'm not going to be focusing on as many makeup products at once. I think I'll be able to focus on just the handful that I do have in my project pan a little bit more easily, so this is going to stay in the project. I'm also going to keep both of these in the project in Q4. I did not quite finish the Burt's Bees Gloss Lip Crayon in Santorini Sunrise. I was hoping to finish it by the end of the summer. I didn't quite finish it, but I came so close that I am determined to get this done definitely before the end of the year. And I was thinking, I don't normally think of peach as a fall lip color, but I am wearing this today along with the lip liner that I've been trying to pan. This is the BK Beauty Everlast Lip Liner in Warm Spice. This is a little bit more of like a warm brownish lip liner, but I actually think together that makes a gorgeous fall lip combo. I am also wearing this as blush today along with the Milani cream blush. I have those layered together. But yeah, I'm so close to finishing this. I would really just like to get it done. I do not want to take this with me into 2024, so I'm thinking October will be the month that I finish this, but we'll see. So that's going to stay in the project as well. And I'm also going to keep this lip liner in. This is the BK Everlast Lip Liner. I did use this a couple of times, but unfortunately I am not able to draw another tally mark here from last month, so really didn't make much progress. But this is such a beautiful shade for the fall. It's a little bit deeper than what I typically wear with nude lip colors the rest of the year, but this time of year, this goes with so many of my favorite fall lip colors. I didn't realize, but it totally works well with the Burt's Bees lip crayon as well, so happy to keep working on these together. I do think the Burt's Bees one obviously will be finished way before the BK Beauty lip pencil, but those are going to stay in the project as well. So out of the 10 products that were in my Q3 project pan, I am rolling 6 of them over into my Q4 project. The e.l.f. Jellypop Primer, the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, the Aether Highlighter, the Covergirl Eyeliner, the Burt's Bees Lip Crayon, and the BK Beauty Lip Pencil. All of those are going to stay in the project. But I am going to roll in 4 new ones. I actually only have 1 more makeup product that I want to add in the Q4 project. The rest are skincare. So the makeup product, I'm coming back to the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Foundation because this is another product that I would really like to leave in 2023. I don't want to bring this with me into 2024. I've had it for too long. It's too close to being finished and I just want to get it done. And I've actually found I love this foundation with the e.l.f. Jellypop Primer. These two together make such a beautiful glass skin glowy base. So I think I'm gonna really enjoy having both of these in the project together again. This foundation is never ending. They gave us an extra 0.1 fluid ounces in this. It has, instead of just 1 fluid ounce, it's 1.1. And I swear that extra 0.1 ounce makes all the difference. I did have this in my project earlier this year and the progress was pretty slow each month. I mean, this is about how much progress I made every month, but I also have to remember I was working on the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation at the same time and I was definitely prioritizing that one over this one. So I'm thinking now that this is the only foundation I'm focusing on in my project pan, I will probably be able to see slightly more significant progress each month. The last 3 products I wanted to pan are skincare, and I was just kind of going through my skincare stash and looking for things that I am kind of just tired of seeing and I just want to be finished with. And one of them is this eye cream from Versed. I have had this for so long and this is not even sold anymore. This was discontinued a long time ago. This is the Versed The Fix Emergency Eye Mask. This eye cream is a whole fluid ounce. Like this comes with about as much product as the Urban Decay Hydromaniac foundation, which is hard to believe because it looks so much smaller, but I guess this tube, they just really filled up this tube. So this is where we are now. Now there is no way that I am going to be able to finish this by the end of this year if I'm only using it as an eye cream. This also just isn't my favorite eye cream, so I am also planning on using this on the backs of my hands and my neck and chest as just like my nighttime moisturizer. I'm really trying to get in the habit of applying some sort of skincare to my hands and neck and chest. We put so much emphasis on facial skincare, but there are so many other body parts that could definitely use some anti-aging benefits as well. So I think using it for those purposes, I will be able to work through this pretty quickly. I'll also use it as an eye cream, but honestly, it's just not my favorite eye cream. I feel like it's not that hydrating. So anyway, I just had this for so long. I'm just kind of sick of seeing it and I want to finish it. So this one, I think this will be a fun one to finish off. And then the last 2 products I chose are both sunscreens. I have a lot of sunscreens because I love doing big sunscreen review roundups, but that also means I end up with so many sunscreens. Now that I'm done doing sunscreen roundups, at least for a little while, I am just trying to focus on using up the sunscreens that I have. And I made a list on my phone of all the sunscreens I have by their expiration date so that I can use them up in that order. And the one that expires the soonest is this Rovectin Anti-Irritant UV Defense SPF 50+. This is a tinted mineral sunscreen. It's actually pretty mattifying, but it has a very liquidy consistency, as you can hear. I can't see through this packaging, which is good because, you know, you need really opaque packaging to keep sunscreen stable. But I think this is about where I am. I sort of did the tap test to see about where the product is sitting. The empty parts of the bottle have a slightly higher pitched sound when you tap it compared to the part that has sunscreen. Here, I'll demonstrate. You can hear it starts to get lower pitched as you get about to this point. So that is where I marked it. This says it expires December 24th, 2023, very specific. All the Korean sunscreens have like an exact date that they expire. So this one does expire at the end of this year. I definitely don't think it will be hard to use this up by the end of the year. I do use a pretty generous amount of sunscreen. I'll be honest, as much as I'm obsessed with sunscreen, lately I have not been great about wearing it every day, which I'm not proud to say, but that is part of why I wanted to put some sunscreens in, just to get myself back in the habit of putting it on just first thing in the morning every day. So I want to use this one up. Even though it is mattifying, I actually really love wearing mattifying sunscreens over glowy foundations. So I don't think I've ever tried this sunscreen with the Urban Decay foundation. Maybe I have, but I don't recall. But I do think that these will make a nice pairing. So that is the first sunscreen I want to finish. I do enjoy wearing matte sunscreens under makeup sometimes, but some days I just need a little bit more hydration, or I just don't want to wear something mattifying. The one that expires next, actually this one doesn't expire until January 2025, so I have quite a bit of time until then, but this is the next one on the list to finish. And this one is nice because it is a little bit more glowy and hydrating, so I'll have both a glowy option and a matte option depending on what I'm in the mood for that day. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I finished the Dear Claire's one first, just because this is more of an everyday type of formula for me. But this is about where I am now. I know that looks like a lot, but in sunscreen terms, it's really not. So those are the 10 products that I'm kicking off my Q4 project pan with. I am really excited to have more of a variety of products, having a little bit of skincare and makeup. I think it'll help keep things more exciting for me. But thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I hope you had fun. I will leave my 2023 project pan playlist down below if you want to catch up on previous videos in this series. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I hope you had fun. If you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do also have a Patreon and a channel membership if you're interested in supporting my channel further. Otherwise, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you again very soon in my next video. Bye!